Joe Conroy of Synergy Financial Group, thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. So I'm a certified financial planner, financial advisor. Basically, what I do is help people with retirement. And that can come in a lot of different forms, but most of my time that I spend with clients, I help them get their investments geared up and ready for retirement. But it's not just about investments. It's also about the plan. They both need to work together to have a more confident, more comfortable retirement.
Okay, so the focus is retirement.
Yes.
But you don't just work with retirees.
No, so I would say about half of the people I work with are in retirement, and then the other half are probably gearing up, getting ready for retirement.
Got it.
And doesn't mean that they're necessarily 5 years away from retirement. Sometimes they're younger and they're a little bit further away.
Okay, because some advisors will only deal with 50 or above, but
Sure.
you'll work with 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds.
Yeah, so what I really look for in a client is more of a quality of relationship, and that doesn't necessarily come with dollar signs. Somebody that's responsive, that's coachable, that's looking for advice, and doesn't already know everything when they walk through the door. But I like to refer to those up-and-comers as Henrys. I can't take credit for this acronym, but Henry stands for High Earning, Not Rich Yet.
Okay.
So they're on their way there, and they will get there a little quicker by potentially working with a financial advisor.
Okay, so I love that. I've never heard that before, Henry's.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your story? I know you're a local guy.
Yeah, so I'm local. I grew up in Harford County, went away to school, and then I came back and raised the family. Met my wife when we were in college, went to Salisbury University.
Okay, nice.
So now I've got 2 kids, one on the way in September.
Congratulations.
I've got 2 boys. I got my daughter.
Yep.
Everybody's on Team Mom right now. I'm hoping I've got a princess that's on Team Dad, but we'll see.
There you go. I've got 2 boys and a girl.
Yep.
It's great. It's wonderful.
So I might have to pick your brain a little bit.
Let's do it. So you have a book.
Yes.
And this is a legitimate book. And what I mean by this, it's thick, and it's not ghost written. It's written by you.
Right.
You took, a year out of your time, busting it out.
So it was, it's kind of interesting. So the book writing process, and I really wasn't a writer before this, so it was kind of interesting to kind of be in the finance world and then dabble in the literary world. But I did have somebody helping me kind of shape my thoughts, but every word in there is mine. And a lot of I'm a big storyteller, and a lot of the stories in the book really derive from client experiences. And I get a lot of similar questions from folks, how much house can I afford? Am I saving enough for retirement? How much income can I draw in retirement? And many, many more topics that I go through. But what I really found was I'm getting a lot of similar questions from people based on the different age that they are. So I mentioned Henry's and the high earning, not rich yet.
Yep.
We've got, my book has chapters that are decades of one's life. So it starts in the not 1920s, but when you're 20 years old, you have the 20s chapter. You've got the 30s chapter, the 40s, and then all the way up to 80s plus.
So a reader could say, hey, look, I'm in my 40s. Let's skip ahead.
Yeah, and, I'm a big fan of, I just want to know what's important to me, and I don't really need to know all the other stuff.
Right,
So I really wanted to write the book in a way that respects the reader's time, and you can jump right into your 50s chapter and get what you want to know, and then you bounce around a little bit. You don't need to read it cover to cover, and I think it's nice that you kind of get in, you hit the important topics, and then you bounce around. And I think, at least based on the feedback I've gotten, people that bounce around a little bit pick up some things that they maybe can anticipate coming up ahead in future decades.
Right.
Or, ooh, I missed that back in a decade or 2 ago. Maybe I should think about that.
And when was it released?
So it's almost a year ago. So we're still in the first year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And if I'm a viewer, if I want to pick it up, where can I get it?
Sure. So it's on Amazon.
Okay.
And it's also on my website, which is jessev.conroycfp.com. And if you want to test it out, I am offering for a certain period of time a free chapter.
Okay.
So just put your name in and email address so I know where to send the electronic version of your chapter, and see if it's something that's interesting, or maybe just get whatever information you're looking for out of it. So
awesome. And we'll put a link in.
Yep.
The video. Now, kind of a curveball. It's 2019.
Yes.
What is the most important thing for a 30-something-year-old to consider for retirement?
I would say, the big challenge that when you're in your 30s, that people that I work with that are 60s, 70s, that they say, oh, if I could go back in time, I would save more.
Okay.
Right? But when you're younger, you don't have as much money as when you're later in your career. So how do you got 2 competing forces there. So the biggest tip I can give to a 30-something, 40-something is just increase your 401k savings or your 403b or whatever it is, just 1%. And try and do that on maybe if you get raises a certain period of the year, just do 1% more. And that 1%, and I write about this in one of the chapters of the book, could add up to over $1 million of extra.
Just 1%.
1% could equal $1 million of more retirement money, and that would certainly go a long way in funding somebody's secure future.
Love it. Perfect.
Yeah.
So I look forward to seeing what the future holds for you, and I'm hoping to see you more in Harford County.
Sure. I have a lot of clients in Harford County. I do house calls. My office is in Towson, but anywhere around the Beltway, within 30 minutes around the Beltway is really kind of where I work. So
Perfect. So Joe Conroy, Synergy Financial Group, thanks for coming.
yes, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.